Most of you who have just now viewed this first video may be wondering to yourselves, what the heck is this channel about? Well, let me tell you that. This channel is about football, specifically Arkansas football. With me here, I have a helmet signed by one of the greatest coaches ever, Houston Nutt. Many people didn't like Houston because he had a couple losing seasons. Well, let me tell you this. He took us to Atlanta twice.
Because he had good players.
Yep. Can you name a couple of those good players?
We had D-Mac. D-Mac.
Wait a second. I think I forgot. Darren McFadden.
Y'all better put him in the Heisman. You better put him up there. I'm tired of him being number 3, number 4.
We got that wood right here, baby.
Somebody better look at this guy. He's the best football player in the country, and his name's not being mentioned. Lou Holtz, Mark May, number 5. You better look at him a little closer. He's a football player.
Yes. He should have won the Heisman. You know,
got scammed out of the Heisman because of Tim Tebow and his little goody-goody attitude.
But in between us, we have a hog. A hog head, to be specific with you. And it was hunted down by Matthew himself.
My football is signed. This football right here in my hands. Signed by the greatest quarterback in all of college football history, Matt Jones.
So this year, a lot of people are pretty high on the Hogs. They're saying, hey, we're going 9-3 or 10-2. Well, Matthew, if I can't remember, last year weren't we saying the exact same thing?
Yes, we were. Even some would go as far as say 16-0.
So, coming into last season, there was obviously a lot of hype. We came into our opener. I'm forgetting. Who did we play?
We played UTEP. Quality squad.
Squad!
They had some good players. We definitely didn't think much of the game. I was just eating a corn dog thinking about the LSU game. Then we go in. We take them to school.
We bent them over and we just whooped their butts.
Very hard.
Very hard. Yes.
Very hard. So the next week,
we go over to Little Rock. When I hear the word Little Rock, I'm not kidding you. I'm sorry.
The place is a dump.
I'm actually getting emotional right now because it brings back some awful nightmares. I hope they would just stay nightmares and not be real, but they were real. And one time we were ranked number 8 in the country. We go into Little Rock and we lose to Louisiana Monroe. And that's when we had Tyler Wilson, we had Nile Davis, we had Kobe Hamilton, we had Chris Gregg. And we couldn't beat Louisiana Monroe. And we were the laughingstock of the SEC. And I'm not kidding you. That game did not have to do with anything but Little Rock. The fact that we played that game at Little Rock changed everything. That field, the smell, the seats are literally like 2 inches apart.
We were going undefeated that season.
Yep.
Had we not gone to Little Rock?
Yep, but it ruined our whole season. We just, we thought we just threw the season in the tank because we lost to Louisiana Monroe. We dropped out of the rankings. As a Hog fan, I really feel like every year is just, we think we're gonna be so good, and then we're just not. I mean, if you want to sum it up, that's it right there.
So we got Toledo coming into Little Rock. You're like, we should beat this team. We should whoop up on their butts. But it's in Little Rock, so you never know. We've had some bad losses there before. So we go into Toledo. They manhandle us. Kind of ruins my whole week, month, my year even. I cried for a while, but that's beside the point.
I was so depressed because we lost that game. But I had to pick up with my life. I had to carry on. I had school on Monday. I had to get up at 7 o'clock. And I had to think to myself, I've got 6 more days until the next Arkansas game. We're like 6 more days, and we can see how they look. Well, we saw how they looked. We did. Because we played Texas Tech at home, and we got our butts kicked. That's what happened. We got our butts kicked.
Preach it. Preach it.
Cliff Kingsbury totally roasted our coach afterwards, saying that it was a butt whooping.
Roast him like a pig over fire.
Yeah. They just completely shred our defense, go out on the field, and they just kick us. So, everybody's like, after that game, what was everybody thinking? They were like, the
season's over. Let's look forward to next season.
Yeah. That's what they're thinking. But
Flying
you know
to
what?
go to the games.
You know, there's 4 days after everybody's starting to recover a little bit, and they're like, you know what? We got Texas A&M this next week in Arlington. Maybe we can start off the conference season right.
It was early in the season. Maybe we just weren't ready.
No, she wasn't ready. She wasn't ready.
That's what everybody was saying. Well, we found out pretty soon what was going to happen. We go over to Arlington and Dallas Cowboys Stadium, Jerry World, and we were up. We were doing well. We were going to win the game. We knew
we
it.
Had them beat. We had them beat.
We usually know we're going to win or lose a game.
No one in the stadium that day felt like Texas A&M could win that game.
No.
We had the tempo controlled almost the whole game.
We were controlling the clock. We were running the ball. We were passing. Like, we were looking better than we had at all during the season. And we thought, hey, maybe they're actually turning it on here.
Uh-huh.
Little did we forget that we don't know how to close out a freaking football game.
Yep.
They scored like 14 points in, who knows, 5-6 minutes. Goes into overtime. 4th and 4, we got the ball. And we throw an out route to Drew Morgan. And it gets tipped. And we lose the game. And I think to myself, we are 1-3 right now. 1-3. There's so much hype going into the season.
You wait 8 months. It's the only thing you have to live for those 8 months.
Yep.
And it's snatched away from you in 3 weeks.
Yep. Well, we eventually turned it on. Won 6 of our last 7. 6 of our last 7 games. We almost beat Alabama. We should have beaten them.
Oh, yeah.
We should have won the last 7 out of our 7 games, really. Our second to last game, we lost to Mississippi State at home. Brandon Allen had an amazing, I don't think I've ever seen a better performance, do you?
Mm-mm.
I mean,
it was beautiful.
Matt Jones is pretty good, but Brandon Allen, he had 6 touchdowns. He was completing every single pass. It was an incredible performance, and you thought, there's no way we can lose with this type of performance.
I was thinking the guy should be a Heisman after that game. I was like, why is he not on the Heisman list?
Because our defense was so awful that game. We get the ball back with 2 minutes left. We drive down the field. We set up a 30-yard chip shot. And then
I'm over there with the confetti, ready to throw it all over the stadium.
Yep.
Celebrate. I'm down, almost on the field. I'm about to run out and storm the field. I'm so excited.
Yeah. Well, and let me give you a little backstory on this game. I left the game because we were down 17 points. I know it sounds bad, but I had a church retreat that I had to go to, and I was going to leave about halftime anyways. And so I left, and then right as I'm leaving, I hear screaming, and we roared back. Matthew was like, oh my gosh, we're going to whoop them.
Oh, yeah. I felt it.
Yep. But then we kicked the field goal, and it goes about 5 feet, and then it gets blocked with a hand. And you know why it got blocked? Because somebody on the kick coverage totally blew their assignment.
He was sitting down drinking a glass of tea.
What's her name? We gotta figure out her name. Gotta figure out right now. Oh no. So yeah, we're starting a new YouTube channel, and we're crazy about the Razorbacks. And tonight we're gonna be predicting some games. Hello? You're in the middle of our thing.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Had to make a copy for.
Alright, we got something more to say. We got
That's good. You want a hog hat on there? Hog helmet?
Oh my gosh, it's perfect.
There you go. Maybe a little dusty, but take it.
Put on the hog helmet.
Yeah.
That thing's so small though.
Beautiful.
But it's a song about Houston Nut, my favorite
Yeah.
coach ever. Realize its hide comes from a real pig. Also, here I have a Houston Nuts helmet. Oh my gosh! Why you guys had to come in the den the first time in 5 years on this one occasion when we're actually videotaping?
I didn't know that. You have to warn me of these things.
Oh, I need to copy something too. Just copy night.
The greatest quarterback in all of college football history. I forgot his name.
The bloopers.
Matt Jones.
Yep. Say it loud.
Matt Jones.